Hello, welcome to, I just tried to touch my computer, but my computer is not touchscreen. Welcome to this month's live stream. So every single month you guys ask me the most amazing questions. And so what we've decided to do is take all the questions, put them together in a super condensed, super amazing live stream where you can get all of your questions answered and we hang out and you have more questions for me. Hi! If you have more questions for me, leave them right here. So as you're coming in, say hi, give me an emoji that describes how you're feeling today. So you're feeling happy today, excited today, abundant today, need to do some mindset work today. Give me an emoji that describes what you're feeling. And if you have any questions for me at all on anything, on what I do, on what's on my vision board, on how I grew my business, what we do at the Yes Supply Method, everything like that. Ooh, all the way from Pakistan, how cool is that? Leave your questions below. I'm gonna aim to get through as many questions as I possibly can. Kathleen Noer is feeling like a taco. I wanna feel like that. That sounds amazing. How much mindset work do you need to do to feel like a taco? That's the question of the day. And we are going to do something more difficult than open heart surgery, and it is called pinning your Instagram comment. Did it? What? Okay, cool. So today we're gonna get into some amazing questions for you. Thank you so much, by the way, to everyone who submitted questions over the month. I was looking through them, and these are some really good questions. So I think we're gonna have a really good Q&A today. And so some of the questions that we're going to talk about, some of the things that we're going to talk about are how to grow your coaching business, how to grow an authentic following, where do I get my motivation from, how long did it take me to feel confident, what can you do to feel confident in your skills as a coach, how to quit your full-time job. So I'm an Aries. What's my moon sign? I forget what that is. Gala Darling did my chart or something like that. I'm gonna have to figure out what that is. But do you have any advice for closing clients through IG without a website? So I think I have pretty good advice on all of these things. So I'm really excited. By the end of today, I'm gonna answer as many as I possibly can. And if you have any questions as we go, then please ask away. Hi, Andrea. Hi from Vancouver. I'm in Toronto, so we're not too far. Bahamas, so beautiful. I'm getting some nice sun on me. I probably need this because I'm in Canada and there's lots of snow. So you are feeling hearts and sparkles. That's how I feel all the time. Very, very cool. So as you're coming in, leave an emoji that describes how you are feeling today, and then ask me any questions as you go. Hello from H-Town. Does that mean Houston? Oh yeah, it does. Houston, Texas. You're obsessed with my contact. Thank you so much, Erica 0305. You are so cool. Hi from South Carolina. Hi from Brampton. Not far at all. Very cool. Okay, so I'm getting some nice sun. It's like the spotlight is on me all of a sudden, but that's okay. I probably need it. So welcome to today's Q&A. Thank you so much for joining, and I am just going to get right into the first question. How can I work for you from CA? If you have a good resume, if you have a resume and you think that you can contribute to my company and you want to contribute to our vision, email hello@yessupply.co. We're actually hiring we're hiring a few things right now. Marketing assistant. So if you feel like you would love being a marketing assistant, email your resume and how you feel like you want to contribute to Yes Supply's mission. Customer support. So if you love serving and you love customer service and you want to help people, make a great decision for their life and learn more about NLP and all these techniques, email us. And one that we haven't put a posting up for yet, but we're gonna be doing very soon, it's bright, is another trainer. So if you've ever wanted to become an NLP trainer, you wanna go through the training, or you already have your training as an NLP trainer, email hello@yessupply.co, and I'm so excited to hear from you. So, do I wanna type that into the chat, or is it gonna take me too long? Hello. I think it's gonna take a while. hello@yessupply.co. So as you're coming in, type an emoji that describes how you are feeling today. Leave me any questions, and that's our email where you can send in your resume. All right, so let's get started. Hi, Molly. Okay, so first question we have is, how do I create a dream client avatar? How specific should I be? So that is a really, really great question. And one of the hugest things for me in growing my business and getting us Supply to this level where it is right now, and attracting people that I just love work with and I always dreamed of working with, the biggest thing that I want you to remember is, just like you can manifest anything in your life. So you can manifest relationships, you can manifest money, you can manifest your dream car, you can manifest your dream purse, you can manifest dream opportunities, and anything. You can manifest bad things too. It's whatever you're focusing, you're gonna manifest. So just like you can manifest anything, you can manifest your dream target client avatar. So if you're starting a new business, what I want you to do is first think about, who do you want to be? How do you want to show up in the world? What do you want to be known for? What is the thing that you would love to talk about all day? So for me, I love to talk about mindset. I love to help people feel empowered around earning their potential and around empowering others. So that's why I chose to do what I do, because I picked a business and a job where I just get to talk about the things that I love all day. So what are the things that you love to talk about? Have you overcome a health transformation? Or you used to be bad in relationships and now you're great at relationships. You used to feel like an imposter and now you feel confident. If you love the journey that you went on and you want to help other people, first start with, who do you want to be? What do you want to show up as? And how can you contribute to the world? Because when you come from that place of empowerment and like, yes, this is what I love to do, I could talk about this all day, I could be this person all day, you're gonna have so much fun in your work. It's never ever gonna feel like work. So start there. And then once you've decided, Prosperity Soldier says self-esteem and leadership. I love that. And there's millions of people that need help with that. So you picked a great place to be. So once you decided, who do you wanna be? How do you wanna show up in the world? Then think about, who could I serve in that way? Who needs this kind of help, right? So I knew that I wanted to talk about mindset and the subconscious mind and empowering others, and I really felt called to empower others to empower others. So that's how I knew I wanted to teach coaches how to become successful. We've helped so many coaches actually hit 6 figures and beyond that in our coaching certification program. And so I really thought about, like, who is the type of person who would benefit from the thing that I want to talk about all day that comes easy to me. Hi guys. And that's how I started to think about who I wanted to be my ideal client. And so remember, you get to choose. Don't build it based on what you think you should do, or you see some other dude doing it who's making money, so maybe you should do that too. Instead, with anything with your manifesting, go from the inside out. What would be fun for you? What would bring you joy? Because when you show up feeling joy and feeling excited and having fun with it, you become a magnet for those clients. Like, people are literally magnetized and they want to be in your energy and they want to be a part of what it is that you're doing. So, and you get to love your clients. So every single time I have a student in this room, my training studio is right back here behind me. By the way, let me know if you would want me to do an office tour. If you want me to do a little YouTube video where I'm showing you behind the scenes of the whole office, because I haven't done that yet. So let me know in the comments if you want to see an office tour. But anyway, you get to have fun with the people you work with. So every single person who comes into my program, I could see myself going out for coffee with them. I could see myself spending a day and hanging out with them. They're fun, they're motivated, they're good people. They're very woke, right? They're not, they're not like stuck up or blah, 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 blah. I'm saying lots of yes, yes, yes for office tour. I'm not attracting stuck up people. I'm not attracting snobby people. I'm not attracting mean people. I'm attracting like literally the people who I want to spend all my time with, which is great because when you're training all day, you are spending all of your time with them. So guess what? You get to choose. So think about who would be fun to teach. And when they are empowered and they get that transformation, who would it be that you help get a transformation where you're like, oh my God, this was so worth it. Like, I love the work that I do. Like, this is amazing. That's who it should be. And then you know that person. Like, I know the type of places where my dream client shops. I know that my dream client spends most of their time on Instagram and not as much time on LinkedIn. I know these things. And so think about who is your avatar, right? If the person who you want to help, maybe you used to be a mom who is struggling with identity, but now you're a mom who's found self-love, and you found a balance of being an awesome mom but still feeling sure in your identity. If you know you're catering to moms, maybe you want to spend more time on Pinterest where they are rather than on Snapchat where teenagers are. Or if you want to cater to teenagers, maybe you're on Snapchat and TikTok rather than on Facebook, because I have a little brother who's turning 20 soon, and he's like, hell no, I would never be on Facebook, right? And if you know you're catering to 65-year-old corporate professionals, maybe you're on LinkedIn. Or if you know the type of person who you want to help is searching a lot of things and they like videos, maybe you want to be on YouTube. So once you are like, yes, this is the type of person who I want to help, you kind of know who they are, and that helps you be specific. And then when you show up, you can show up in such a way where you're really speaking to that person, right? You're really connecting with them and you really understand them. And then it's so much fun because when you're showing up and doing content, it doesn't feel like, oh my God, I have to do marketing today and I have to do content today and blah, 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 this is boring. When I show up and do a live stream, and you guys can see this, but like I'm having fun with it. I feel like I'm just FaceTiming a friend. Like I feel like I'm FaceTiming a friend who I haven't talked to, be like, hey, what's up? Here's some tips for you. Here's some fun facts for you. And it's because it's fun for me to do that. Whoa, so much sun in my eyes today. So 7 Ultramarie is saying, this materialized for me today, that type of space and people that I identify with, they have a need that I can solve with your story, experience, and skills. I'm so happy to hear that. Lots of people want an office tour. Okay, that's gonna be one of the first YouTube videos I do. Prioritizing your daily schedule to support your values and goals. Okay, we'll talk about that too. Let me add it to my list. Prioritizing. Okay, cool. So I think I answered that pretty good. Let me know if you need any more specifics on that. So next question, how can I find dream clients who need and can afford high-end services organically? So this actually, so first off, for anyone who's watching, I have some really great articles where I go in depth on how to attract clients and really great YouTube videos. So if you're not following me on YouTube, thank you. Thank you. Hi, Amanda. I appreciate that. If you're not already following me on YouTube, head to YouTube because I put out a lot of content about attracting clients, and also you can go to my blog and search my blog, and I actually have this mega blog post that people who've read it said I should charge for it, and it talks all about attracting clients and automating your business. So go search that because then you can go back to it and take notes on it and refer to it and everything like that. But for attracting dream clients who can afford high-end services, and somebody else just asked about clients, how do we find clients? So again, the first thing that you need to do is you need to know who you're speaking to. So if you want specifically to attract a client who can afford high-end services, you need to make sure that you're speaking to the type of person who has that kind of money. Because, you know, I work with hundreds of coaches, and so I've really seen it all. And so one big problem that I've seen in the past is is coaches who are new to the industry, and they say, I want to attract people who can afford my 5K program or can afford my 10K program. So they want to attract people who have money to spend on coaching. And of course, there's thousands, millions of people who have lots of money to spend on coaching. But then when they're doing their content, so they're doing their articles or their blog posts or their videos or whatever, they're speaking to somebody who doesn't have money. So they're saying stuff like, are you stuck in a dead-end job? Are you scratching by to make ends meet? Like whatever, like they're kind of speaking to somebody who can't afford high-end services, and so your free marketing doesn't match up with your paid marketing. And so there's going to be a disconnect, because the person who's struggling in a dead-end job, they're probably not the same person who can afford $10,000 for your coaching, right? But there are lots of people who can afford $10,000 for your coaching. And so you want to think about like, what's the mindset of those people? So I can tell you from my own experience, the clients who have been able to afford $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 coaching packages, these are people who are typically, they're high performers, right? So they're high performers, they're good at what they do. They either are already successful in their businesses, or they're successful in their jobs, in their 9-to-5 jobs, and what they're really craving is more fulfillment, right? Because they have money. Money isn't much of an issue, but they're going to their job feeling like, well, I'm doing all this work for the boss when I know that I could actually make more money for myself. Or I'm going into this job that I don't resonate when I really want to help people. Or even people who are in businesses who are high performing but aren't successful, they're maybe doing something that isn't fulfilling them. So for example, I've worked with business coaches in the past who they're doing business coaching, they're attracting clients, they're making money, but they're not feeling fully fulfilled because they want to integrate a mindset aspect to it. Or maybe they need to work on themselves because they want to reach that next level. So again, it's really, really important that your program, your product or service actually matches up with your free marketing, because if you're, it's kind of like, imagine you have all your free content was about relationships. So you're like, hey, do you want to find your dream man, or do you want to find your dream woman? Want to know what to say on a date? But then your product was about how to grow your Instagram. You would attract, with all your free content, all these people who want to get into a good relationship, and then you're like, hey, my Instagram course is on sale, and they're like, but we didn't come here for Instagram, like we want to be in a better relationship, right? So there's a mismatch. So what you want to make sure is that there's not a mismatch between the thing that you're selling and the way that you're putting content out there. I see someone asking, Prosperity Soldier, how do you attract youth? So one thing is, I'm just gonna write down that question so I can get to it. How do you attract youth? So I'm just gonna put it at the bottom of our list. But how you attract youth is, first think about, where will those youth be? So, you know, they might not be on Facebook, but they might be on Snapchat or TikTok or something like that. And yes, if you know that the people who you want to help are maybe underprivileged youth, so they wouldn't necessarily have the money to spend on coaching, you can think about what's a way around it. So maybe even though the 15-year-old who's not old enough to get a job yet might not be able to pay for your coaching, do they go to a school and that school has a budget to spend on speakers or coaching? That could be a way around it. Or do they have parents who can afford it? And you can, even though you're attracting the students, you can teach and educate the parents on how working with you as a coach is a valuable investment, because it's going to help them achieve X result, have more confidence, not be bullied, you know, be more motivated in school and get into a better university or whatever that is. So it is good to think about, like, who is it that you want to serve? And it's great that you're asking the question, will youth pay for this? So sometimes it depends on youth as well, right? Youth from underprivileged backgrounds, they might not be able to afford it. But if you're maybe working with youth in different areas, more affluent areas, either they could afford it or their parents can afford it. And also too, it's really important to think about how you can give back. So one of the things that's really close to my heart is helping women who have left abusive relationships, right? So even though women who are currently in or just leaving abusive relationships aren't my target avatar, because, you know, they've just been in a horrible situation, the first thing in their mind is survival and taking care of their family. The first thing in their mind probably isn't becoming a coach right now. But what I do is I donate thousands of dollars to a charity, a shelter that I really care about, that actually takes in women when they've left that abusive household and houses them and houses their family. So I'm able to help the people who I really want to help by donating to that charity, but then I earn the money by working with the clients who I who I focus on in my business. So even if the youth that you want to help specifically, like especially if it's underprivileged youth or homeless or something like that, they might not be able to afford high ticket coaching, but either working with government organizations that would pay for your services, or the school that would pay for the services, or working with someone else, thank you Prana, or working with someone else who can somehow connect you, maybe working with the shelter or the rehabilitation center or whatever it is, you can still give back and contribute to the people who you want to help. And then as your clients, you work with the people who are in the situation where they're in a place where they're ready to receive coaching. So hopefully that's helpful. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go through the questions that we are here. I see lots of how to find clients. Okay, so how do you grow an authentic following in the beginning? So to grow an authentic following in the beginning, it really starts with your energy. So I think with everything, you want to start with an energy of love, and you want to start with an energy of gratitude, especially if you want to become a coach. Think about, why does somebody want to become a coach? They want a transformation and they want to feel better. So if you are showing up as the coach, as the leader, as the speaker, as the person who's going to come out and empower others, and you're feeling in a feeling of love, and you're feeling a really good feeling about the work that you do, whoever's listening to your content or watching your videos or reading your articles, they're going to feel that too, and they're going to be magnetized to you. So a big mistake I see is when someone's like, remember, I started at 0 in my audience. Everyone who you look up to started at 0. Tony Robbins and Marie Forleo started before there was barely internet, you know what I mean? So everyone starts at 0, and then they work with what they got. They use their resources, right? So you want to use your own resources. And so even when I had 50 followers, instead of saying like, oh my God, I only have 50 followers, there's no way that I could ever do this, I felt grateful for those 50 followers, or people in my audience. I don't really like the word followers, but I felt grateful for those 50 people who were paying attention to me. And I held on to the belief, if I really help these 50 people who are currently following me in my audience, and I do a great job, it's gonna help me become a more powerful coach and empower me. And also I'm gonna be able to empower these people. And if just one of them or a couple of them sign up, I'm well on my way. And even better, some of those people, they might fall in love with the work that I do and become a brand ambassador, right? They might tell their friends, or they might tell their school or their community or their cousins or whatever, and it will spread through word of mouth. Think about how many books you've bought because someone told you about it. Or think about how many movies you've gone to see because someone told you about it, or how many events you've gone to because someone told you about it, right? You grow your authentic following by giving people a really great experience, an experience so amazing that they just want to talk about you and continue on the journey and consume your content and engage with you and comment and all those different things. And you don't have to go from 0 and to focus on how am I going to get to 10,000, because you get to 10,000 one person at a time, right? So really just being grateful for the people who are there and servicing them the best and working on achieving mastery the best, and that's how it's going to grow. And so that's where being grateful comes from. And then another huge thing I did, so they often say that the law of attraction is actually the law of love, and I absolutely love that, because I think the only thing that really truly exists is love. And so when I was first starting Yes Supply, I had no clue in the world what I was doing. I didn't know that you could actually make money online. I didn't really believe that anyone was ever going to hire me. Like I started off as a blog. I had no clue what I was doing. But I know the power of love, and that's something that no matter how much money is in your bank account, or what education you have, or what background you have, or what you've been through, like I've had some terrible things that I've had to go through and live through. No matter what you have been through, you can love, and you can love others. And so whenever I would feel confused about what content to put out or how to grow my audience or whatever it is, I would always ask myself, how can I love my audience today? Even when my audience was only 50 people, how can I love these 50 people today? And how can I give them great value today? Or how can I teach them something that really changed my life? And it was from asking, how can I love my audience today? and not showing up from a place of ego or like, how do I look good, or why don't I have enough followers? Not focusing on me, but focusing so much on service, because I just really wanted to serve. I knew that this is what I wanted to do, and I knew that I really wanted to serve. So I asked, how can I love my audience today? And I did not focus on being perfect, because I knew no matter what I did, it wasn't going to be perfect. I was just starting. But I focused on how can I love, and I knew that I could help someone feel this love. And it was because of that energy, I really believe that people like Yes Supply, and people talk about it, and they hit the follow button, and they tell their friends about it, and they share it on their own stories and all those different things. Because even though I know that nothing I do will ever be perfect, I do know that I love and care about the people that I serve, and I'm doing it for them. And I'm doing it to empower them. And so people can really, really feel that. So if you're feeling confused about how to grow your audience, say, how can I love these people today? What's a lesson that you've learned? What's a obstacle that you've overcome? What's something that used to be hard to you that has now become easy? Teach on that and serve on that. And each and every one of you has the opportunity to do that. I'm sure if you think back, you can think back to one person who you gave advice to who said, wow, that really helped me. Or one person who you, I don't know, gave a tip to, or one person that you tutored in high school, or whatever, one person that you smiled at on the street and they really needed to see that smile. We can all think back to one person that we've helped or contributed to their life in some way. And anytime you're feeling stuck or lost, just think back to that one person that you helped that one time, and remember that there's thousands more people, probably millions more people just like that person, that just need to hear what you had to say, and they need to hear it the way that you said it. They don't need to hear it the way that I said it, because I don't resonate with them. They don't need to hear it the way that Tony Robbins said it. They don't need to hear it the way that Marie Forleo said it. They need to hear it how you say that. And when you don't show up because of your own fear or your own ego, you're taking away that love and that support that they need. And when you choose to be giving and be abundant, right? So showing up and giving your experience and giving your teachings and giving your lessons, that's you being abundant. That's you signaling to the universe, I have more than enough to share. I have more than enough to give. And so when you give that out, you signal to the universe, I'm abundant. Look at all this stuff. Look at all the knowledge I have. Look at all the value that I have to give. And the universe says, oh, okay, she's abundant. And then you start to see in your physical reality more abundance. So that's when you see people randomly reaching out of the blue being like, how can I be your coaching client? Or I'd love for you to speak at this event and the pay is $1,000 a day. Like, you put it out because there's a law of cause and effect in the universe. You put out the energy and you see it come back in physical, tangible results, and you don't have to control how it comes back. So I might give my friend Sarah some advice, but then the good will come back from Tony, right? Because we're all, even though it seems like we're separate, we're all connected as one. We're all connected as energy. So trust that when you put out that positive cause, you're gonna see a positive effect come back to you. It's law of the universe 101. Okay, so 7 Ray says, how can I love my audience today? I love that you love that. So give me some hearts if you are taking something away from this. And I love what 7 Ultramarie did. She wrote that little quote. So one takeaway that you took from this, write it in the comments. What's one thing that you've taken away from something that I've said so far? So what am I grateful for? So every single morning, thanks for the hearts, guys, every single morning I write a gratitude list. And I think that this is one of the essential things to manifesting everything that I've manifested in my life. Because again, the universe doesn't speak in words, the universe speaks in energy, right? So even if you're saying, I really want to make $1 million, I really want this, I really want that, the universe doesn't speak in words, it speaks in the energy. So what energy are you holding in your body as you go through your day? When you start your day with gratitude, it puts you on a trajectory to feel gratitude all through the day. And when you're feeling gratitude all through the day, and we know that the law of attraction is a secondary law based on the law of vibration, when you're feeling that vibration, you're holding on that vibration of gratitude every day, you're sending out a signal, you're sending out a code to the universe saying, I have so much to be grateful for. And the universe responds to your energy. So when you're sending out a message saying, I have so much to be grateful for, and the universe responds to your energy, the universe says, oh, she has a lot to be grateful for, or he has a lot to be grateful for. Let's send her some things to be grateful for. And that's when you start to see amazing opportunities come into your life, or amazing people come into your life, or money show up out of nowhere. Like I've literally gotten like random checks in the mail, random speaking opportunities, random clients out of nowhere, whatever it is, because I'm holding onto the feeling of gratitude and focusing on what you want. And so really, I love using gratitude lists. And actually I have a video on YouTube. So when I hit my first 100K month, now we've had 100K months every month since September, and we had one in June last year, so really cool. But when I had my first 100K month, I thought about what were some of the things that I did to help me get to my first 100K revenue month, because I know that I'm not the only person with that goal and I wanted to help as many people as possible. So I have a video on my YouTube channel saying how I scripted to get to my first 100K month, and gratitude is one of the key tools that I used to get to my first 100K revenue month. So what I did, every morning I write out my gratitude. So what you want to do is you want to write out your gratitude list. So this morning I put, I'm grateful for my couch because my couch felt super comfy today, and I'm grateful for my pillows, and I'm grateful for my blanket, and I'm grateful for my husband, and I'm grateful for my clients. And you write out all the things that you already know you have, right? So you might be grateful for the roof over your head, you might be grateful for your cup of water, you might be grateful for your MAC lipstick, you might be grateful for your iPhone, whatever it is. I like speaking it too because you feel the vibration. So that's totally fine as well. Speak it or write it. But you experience and say whatever it is that you're grateful for, and then you think about what you want. So if you want a Mercedes, what you do is you say, I'm grateful for my MAC lipstick, I'm grateful for my cup, I'm grateful for my iPhone, I'm grateful for my blanket, I'm grateful for my Mercedes Benz, I'm grateful for my $1 million, I'm grateful for my dream man showing up, I'm grateful for my dream house in Spain, whatever that is, right? And Ellie, you do this, that is so cool. And so what you're doing is you're tying the energy of gratitude for the things that are tangible that you already have in front of you, you're tying it to the things that you know are manifesting and they're on their way to you. Because the very fact you think, I'm grateful for my Maserati. I've been seeing a lot of Maseratis the last couple of days. I was wondering why. Maybe it's because of you. And so you're tying the feeling of gratitude to the thing that you want in your life, and you're essentially signaling to the universe, like, yes, I know this is already mine. I know it's on its way to me. And I've seen this show up so many times in my life. Like this office, when I used to work at my old job, I used to walk down the street and wish that I could work in this office, and now it's my office. My dream car, Mercedes G63, it was on my vision board for 10 years. Now I drive it, and it was my sign. So whenever I'd see a Mercedes G63 or Mercedes G500, which is like the Mercedes truck or Jeep car, I would always see that as a signal of like, oh, the G500 is on its way to me, or the G63 is on its way to me. And so you want to look at the things that you want, knowing that it's on its way to you. And that's how you manifest it. So gratitude, it's just getting really bright. So gratitude is one of my big things, and I'm grateful for, like I said, I'm grateful for all the things I have. I'm grateful for my husband, I'm grateful for my family, I'm grateful for my office, I'm grateful for my clients, I'm grateful for so many beautiful things. And I think that being grateful is essential to having everything and anything that you want. So my just got signed out of my little Q&A thing, so I'm just loading it back up. So I'm grateful for my best-selling book. Yes, Current Gratitude and Expected Gratitude. I love it. Can't wait to post this to IGTV. Thank you for reminding me. Don't steal from someone by not being abundant in you. Yes. Send love to your audience. Love through the content you put out there. Yes, you can love in ways that feel good to you. You don't have to love from a scarcity place. You can love from an abundant place. You're going to Tony Robbins in 2 weeks. Any advice for a new timer? I actually have never been to Tony Robbins, but I would say just be present in the moment. Don't be on your phone, because your phone, your Instagram, all of your old things, those are an anchor to who you always used to be. And if I'm gonna guess that you're gonna go to Tony Robbins for a transformation. Tony Robbins does NLP, which is exactly what I teach, which I think is the best coaching technique in the world. And so I would say, if you're there for a transformation, separate from all the old stuff. Don't check your email, don't check your phone, tell your team you're not gonna be there, blah, 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 and really be in the moment, really be in that container so that you can fully experience and fully transform and feel like you're leaving a completely new person. That's what I would do if it was my first time going for Tony Robbins. You got brought on stage on Tony Robbins Prosperity Soldier. How cool are you? It's Cheryl's first live. Love it, love it, love it. Thanks, guys. So for those of you who haven't yet, write in the comments what has been your favorite takeaway from the Q&A so far, and drop me some hearts if this is resonating with you. So what are you grateful for? Okay, so the next question is, what motivates me to work hard? I think that is a fantastic question. So one of the things that I really feel is, yes, sometimes I work hard, but most of the time, like sometimes I really need to get something done, I want to type down line, I work hard, right? But most of the time I work in alignment, and then the work I do doesn't feel like work. Like I'm working right now. Does this look like I'm really like straining myself right now? Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm reading some questions off of here and I'm talking to you guys and I'm seeing the hearts and it's fun and you guys are all cool. And like, I feel, like I said before, I feel like I'm FaceTiming a friend. Is that hard? No. Like, who do I love to surround myself with? People who are woke, people who are interested in mindset, who are interested in spirituality, people who want to change the world, people who want to be successful. So I get to do videos and teach and make live streams and write stuff surrounding all of those things. So it doesn't feel like hard work most of the time, but there are some times where, you know, there's shit to get done, of course. But what really motivates me is I think I have a really strong why. So there's a lot of different things, and I think I'm very compassionate and I'm a very empathetic person. So if I see somebody who's struggling in life, I really feel it and I want to help that person. So like for me, I live in Toronto and it gets really cold, and sometimes I'm driving home and I see people who are like biking in the middle of the night to like deliver something. And some people love biking and some people love doing that, and all the power to them. But I'm willing to bet that some people are just doing it for the money and they're not doing what they actually want. Or you know, you see people in jobs that they hate, or you see people in situations that they hate. And some people love stuff that I don't love. Like my bookkeeper loves bookkeeping. I would never ever want to do that. But some people are just doing it for the money and they don't know that there's a better way. And so when I see that, it breaks my heart. And I know how fun it is for me to show up. I know how fun it is for me to teach. I know how far I've come from where I used to be, like having no money and living in an abusive household, to where it is that I am now. And so I'm motivated to do the work that I do because I want to leave the world a better place when I leave. And I just see that there's so many people that are stuck and trapped in their old limiting beliefs and the old paradigms they've been fed of, like money is the root of all evil, and you know, you have to work really hard to make money, and you can't ever have what you want, and what goes up must go down, and all these truisms that you always hear. And I just really feel compelled to change that and to help other people. So that's what really motivates me. Like, I want to live in a world where it's totally normal for people to have more than enough. I want to live in a world where people don't have to struggle and worry how they can pay their bills. I want to live in a world, like, I used to live in a really abusive household. My mom had an abusive partner, and I remember back then just feeling so stuck and so trapped and wishing I had the money to help my mom get out of that situation. My mom ended up getting really sick with breast cancer, I think because of all of the stress that she was in. And I remember like wishing I could pay for a cab to take her to the doctor's office that she was going to, or just like, I remember just always feeling like I didn't have enough. And now that I know what it's like to have more than enough and how simple it can be when you get out of the negative mindset, I just want to help more people like that. And it also comes down, like, because a lot of the work that I do is, of course, empowering people and empowering women especially to be financially free by doing the work that they do as coaches and as influencers and as leaders. And so I think back to, like having more than enough and doing something that you feel valuable and you can add value to other people's lives. It's a matter of safety and security, because I know of so many people who stay in negative situations, toxic workplaces, toxic abusive relationships, whatever that is, because they don't have enough money to do it on their own, or they don't have enough self-trust and self-faith to know that they can survive outside of that. And so I just feel like if I can help at, like, I know maybe I can't help every 7 billion person in the world, but if I can help a few people that I touch along the way and I can leave the world a little bit better when I go, I'd much rather do that than like, what else am I gonna, like, where else am I gonna work? Like, I don't even know what I could do if I wasn't doing this anyway, right? So that's what really motivates me. I find it fun, I find it empowering, and I find it so fulfilling. Like, I get testimonials from my clients and I just cry because I'm just so happy that I took this path. And it was scary at first to take the leap and trust in myself. And now I'm just so grateful to that past scared little Reese who took the leap, because now I'm doing exactly what it is that I want to do. 7 Marie says the faith muscle is a game changer, 1000%. Toxic workplaces are energy vampires. I have worked there. It's not fun. Prana Madhu says, grateful for your live, really lights my day and answers the cues I had even though you didn't ask. Oh, I'm so glad when that happens. That is the synchronicity right there. You're meant to be here. You want to enjoy life helping others. I really am all about coaching. I actually, for those of you who are watching who want to become a coach, I have a free masterclass at yessupply.co/coach masterclass where I actually teach you how I became a 6-figure coach. So how I made my first 100K as a coach. So if you want to learn some of my best tips, head to yessupply.co/coach masterclass. I will put that in there. So we have lots of questions. So I'm going to do a few really fast, and then I'm just putting, yessupply.co/coach masterclass. And so sometimes Instagram doesn't save my stuff. Doesn't let me save my live. So hopefully it does save so I can make it an IGTV. So we will see. So techniques for kids, I want to help moms and kids. So if you're not already in the Yes Supply method, honestly, my best techniques are in there. But a great technique for kids is called anchoring. You can also, I give a little overview of what anchoring is on my YouTube channel. So you can go to my YouTube and search anchoring. But if you want to help a kid feel confident, you can get them to think back to a time where they felt totally confident, float down into their body, see what they saw, hear what they heard, feel what they felt, feeling totally confident. Let that feeling of confidence fill up their body, and then just push lightly on their knuckle. And what it's going to do is it's going to create a neurological association between their knuckle and that feeling of confidence. And then every time they press on their knuckle, they're going to feel it. So it's called anchoring. It's the same thing as, you know, sometimes when you smell a certain smell and it brings you back to when you were 5 and grandma baked cookies in the kitchen, or you hear a song and it takes you back to a vacation that you did 10 years ago. So that so that song had a neurological connection to a memory, or that smell had a neurological connection to a memory and a feeling. So you can create a neurological connection through touching and through feeling, so you could create a little anchor for confidence, or for any feeling, for happiness, for abundance. So I use with my clients, a lot of my clients want help with money mindset. So I will often create an abundance anchor. So you think back to a time where you felt totally abundant, float down into your body, see what you saw, hear what you heard, feel what you felt, and let those feelings of abundance just fill up your body, make them 10 times bigger, make them 10 times stronger, feeling so abundant, knowing there's so much money coming in, knowing it's all yours, and then pressing down and just letting that feeling fill up your body for 10 to 15 seconds. And now you've just created a really awesome abundance anchor. And then if you just tap on it after, it feels good. So you can find that on my YouTube channel. I came across you on Instagram. We'll certainly check out my channel. Thank you, Prosperity Soldier. I did this technique. You put an anchor on your knee. I love it. Hyamand. I think, I'm sorry, I probably didn't say that right, but I appreciate your comment. All right, so what are the first NLP techniques I incorporated into my life after I became certified? Definitely time techniques. So time techniques is when you go back to the root cause of a problem and you release it. So if you're feeling scarcity, you go to the root cause of the scarcity and you release it, and allows you to feel happy and fulfilled moving forward. So those would be my biggest ones. And last question, is the formation, I'm guessing you're saying federation, accredited and official. Oh, is my certification accredited and official by the federation? Yes. So my certification, the Yes Supply Method certification, is approved by the IBCP, which is a global federation or association for coaches and practitioners, and also is approved by the ICF, which is a global federation for coaches. So essentially, for those of you who don't know, I have a really incredible coaching certification program. It allows you to become a successful coach and learn tools with the subconscious mind, so hypnosis, NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, EFT, which is tapping, I'm sure you've seen before, and time techniques, which helps you get to the root cause of any problem and release it. We have a training coming up at the end of April 19th to 25th. So if you've ever wanted to become a coach, you wanted to learn my best coaching techniques and business and marketing techniques, you definitely want to join the Yes Supply Method certification. So you can sign up for it at yessupply.co/certified and head to that page and learn more about it. But we've helped so many coaches reach 6 figures. For me, I believe that coaching is the best job in the world, the most fulfilling job in the world. And what we've created is a one-stop shop so that you can have everything that you need. You'll learn exactly what you need to coach your clients, and then exactly what you need to actually attract those clients, right? Because if you're thinking, how do I get clients? Well, one of the main ways you get clients is actually being able to transform them. And how do you transform them? Well, by using the world's best coaching techniques, right? So that's what we teach in the Yes Supply Method. And we teach you business skills as well, and marketing skills as well, so you can attract the people that you want to work with and really, really help and really, really serve. And someone also was asking me about how do you grow your audience. So again, you grow your audience by being an expert, by adding value and educating. And so in the Yes Supply Method, you learn these amazing tools about energy and the subconscious mind and the science behind it. And then that's what's actually going to give you ideas for your content, so you can show up and you can teach on these things. You amaze people, you wow people, you blow them away, and of course they reach out and they want to sign up for your coaching services. So I love all of you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining me today on this live stream. I'm seeing a bunch of people on Facebook as well. Hi Rebecca, hi Ashley, hi Angel, hi Tiwana, hi Wendy, hi Laura, hi Mary. So if you have any other questions, leave them in the comments. I'll come back and answer them later. I will hopefully post this up as an IGTV replay. Fingers crossed that Instagram lets me post it and save it. And if you have any questions at all, leave them in our DMs and we'll put them all together for next month's Q&A. So thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys soon. And if you're thinking of joining the Yes Supply Method, also send us a message. I cannot wait to see you there. Mwah. Have a great rest of your day. Oh, thanks. I can't wait for you to take the coaching certification too.